Hello everybody, in today's video we're going to be going over the new Sparking Zero mode, Limit Breaker Journey. I've seen a lot of people struggling online with this mode and the increased difficulty of the AI, so we're going to go ahead and go over some tips and tricks and hopefully get you guys through the mode. Real quick before we start this video, if you guys find anything in this video that helps you get through the mode, just drop a subscribe, it's free. That way you won't miss any more Sparking Zero content from me. So I'm going to go ahead and start a new character on World Tournament Goku. So this is probably the most important settings right here. You got normal, which gives you a standard amount of XP, hard, which will make it extremely hard and you'll give you a little bit more XP, and easy, which if you're struggling I would suggest this mode. Gives a little bit less XP, but it'll be a lot easier for you. I'll go ahead and go with normal for this video. All right, and right here you have your level select, so you can do 1 through 50, 51 through 100, and it keeps scaling up. You can also do dynamic level, which just changes it in relation to what level your character is currently at. I would just recommend going with the level 1, 2, 3, or 4, depending on what level you are. Pretty much just cap out the characters you fight. It'll make it a little easier. All right, and right here we have a bunch of different options you can choose. I'll just go over some of the most important ones real quick. So if you just want to level up as fast as possible, I'd recommend choosing these two. They're just going to increase your XP, and it's pretty free. It doesn't hurt you in any way. And this right here, Vengeance Seeker, is probably the most important one you can pick. It's 20,000 Zenny, and basically it allows you to retry a battle one time if you lose, which is huge. And if you're really struggling, you definitely need to turn this on. Another one I would recommend is increased stamina recovered. This is definitely going to help you with your stamina. Also, if you're struggling, you can do final battle debuff. It'll decrease the SP of the final battle by 5, and that is worth it if you're really struggling. The last one I'd recommend is reroll. That way, if you have no good options to choose from, you can just re-roll it and you get a better pick. All right, so this is the map, and there's a lot of important things on this. So right here, you see we have a talking point. At the talking points, basically, it's going to be someone you talk to. It can be training. They can give you battle arts, give you all sorts of helpful things, and I would definitely recommend you go to as many of these as you can. So we'll go ahead and go there. Okay, from that talking point, we got a battle art, and depending on your level, you can increase it to 5 battle arts, and you want to get as many of these as you can. It's going to increase your skills. It can have a bunch of different effects, but you're going to want to collect as many of those as you can. All right, and also really important, at the bottom left of the screen, you can see your stamina, and you can also see your Senzu beans. So basically, depending on how far you travel, is going to change the amount you lose in your stamina bar. So ideally, you want to travel pretty close to where you're at. Also really important to note is that your stamina bar directly reflects your health. So if you have really low stamina, you're going to have almost no health. So you really want to keep that as high as you can, especially for the mid-boss battle and the final boss battle. So in this situation right here, I'm just going to go to this level 4 Super Saiyan Goku. That way I don't lose a lot of stamina, and it's an easy battle to win and earn some XP.
I wonder what's just around the corner.
All right, so in battle, I mean, it's not online, so there's no shame in just spamming supers if you have to. And spamming your ults as well.
I underestimated you.
So I'm actually getting clapped currently. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go into my ult. If you'll let me. Alright, there we go. So you can just spam ults, spam supers. And if you boost, you'll do an immense amount of damage if you can land your ult. I'm just going to go ahead and stun him here. Alright, we're just going to send it. Should hit. And then there we go. Battle's finished. Do so much damage in the new boost mode.
Looks like I'm just stronger than you.
There we go, 3 easy levels. All right, so this screen is also really important. So this is basically all your stats, and each level you get 1 point to add to a stat. I'd recommend HP, just because with your stamina decreasing, that's going to lower your health, and the more HP you add to your stats, you're going to have obviously a lot more HP to counteract that. So I would recommend HP first, and then attack boost as well, and defense. Everything else, it's kind of doesn't really matter too much. Skill gauge recovery speed, you don't really need that. Key charge doesn't really change too much unless you're going to spam ults as much as you can. And blast skill damage boosts, also pretty negligent in my opinion. So I would just stick to attack, HP, and defense if you want the best setup. So right here, if you see this character with an exclamation point above their head, basically that's going to be a bonus battle, and they're going to have a special condition in this battle. You can do these if you want. It'll give you more XP if you complete the condition. But in this case, since they're way higher level, I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to go to this question mark. It can mean a variety of different things, but it could be good, or it could be an ambush battle, but it's also close, and we want to keep that stamina as high as we can. So we're going to go ahead and go to that.
Finally found you. Take this.
See, and this is why you go to the question mark. So we got a Senzu bean from this.
Don't give me that.
And that is pretty OP. Cannot deny that. All right, we're going to go to this talking point at Kami's Lookout. All right, here we got a battle art. Unfortunately, we only have one slot for now, so we can go ahead and see what we like better. All right, since this is increased strength of health recovery skills, we don't have any of that, so we'll go ahead and just discard that one for now and continue on. All right, so when you get to round 5, you're going to have the mid-boss battle. So with this, I would definitely recommend using your Senzu beans since you will have 2 of them on normal difficulty. If you play on hard, you're only going to have 1. And what I'd recommend if you're playing on hard, I would just keep it as long as you can, like to about round 7 or 8. Sometimes you can get lucky and you can get a heal from a random event, which is what I recommend going to the talking points. So with the boss battle, you have the dark red, the kind of orange, and the white. So white is going to be the easiest boss, and the red will be the hardest boss. It'll also change, I believe, who you're versing. But for this video, we're trying to do the easiest way possible and the safest way possible. So we'll go to the white one. All right, perfect. We just got Chi-Chi. That'll make this really easy for us. And also something that's not really talked about too much is the DP for the character you're versing will actually change how difficult the AI is. So like Chi-Chi, who's a low DP character, will make her a lot easier than, say, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I'll say that as I get my cheeks clapped. Alright. So again, what you can do is just spam your ult. Just charge up your key, get some distance. Okay, I don't know. Not gonna hit me with that. Just charge up your key. Go into Sparky mode. And then reverse Uno them. Oh, alright. Unfortunately, I'm getting clapped up. Alright, she's almost dead anyways. But also, I'd recommend saving up 3 skill counts. So that way you can activate the sparking mode limit breaker. It'll just do so much damage that they're not going to stand a chance. Basically a one-shot kill depending on how much HP they have. In this case, we're not going to need it. And there we go. Another easy battle.
I don't even know who you are. Please tell me.
Dude, that was a pretty good outro. Oh, man. All right, again, 2 easy levels. We'll go ahead and increase our health again. All right, here we don't have any great options, so we're going to go ahead and go to this special condition battle. Don't lose too much stamina. Also, with the question mark battles, you have to be very careful when you do those because there's a chance you can power up the final boss or get ambushed, which would not be great. So just be careful when you choose those, although they do have high potential to give you something good. So it's just up to you and how safe you want to play it. Go ahead and we'll go to this Majin Vegeta fight. All right, here, and you can see the special condition we have. Watch out for Ultimate Blast. So basically, it's going to try to suicide bomb us. We're going to try to avoid that as best as we can. Again, we'll just play on the defensive, try to get our key up, get into Sparky mode. Also, try to get us behind them as much as you can. If you're not able to block and they can only super counter you when you're behind them. Alright, so we got him away, going into sparking. Try to get behind him again. Try to get a stun off. There we go, and we'll send the ult. Alright. Blinked it, that's alright. Let's try to get behind him again. And there's the special condition. And we're gonna get out of here. Alright, if you ever find yourself in this situation, you can just dash up and dash down just on repeat. Make it easy for yourself, try and avoid them. Alright, there we go, we got out of that. Could have been very bad for us.
Well, I finally figured out how to deal with it. Just in time.
I think he's about to do it again. Oh, okay. So he just bombed himself right there. Alright. So the trigger was just damage, I guess. He just does it as soon as he's done talking. If you get this one, just watch out when he starts talking. This is very easy now. We can just launch some Ki blasts, and he'll be done for. There we go. Another easy fight, and we should get some bonus XP for this as well.
Like I'm just stronger than you.
Yep, we sure are. Yeah, you can see at the bottom left we got bonus, and we'll go ahead throw some more into HP, and we'll throw one into attack this time. All right, we don't have anything super great or anything super interesting, so we're gonna go ahead and use one of our rerolls here. See if we can get a better event to go to. So go ahead and risk it. We're on round 7. We have a lot of stamina. So we'll go ahead and go to the question mark, see if we can get a training, increase our level a lot faster than you normally would be able to. And this is why you got to be careful with that. So now I have a boss battle against Cell Max, which is very bad for us right now. At least I'm full health though. Alright, so again, if you get yourself into this situation like I did, just try to charge up as much ki as you can. Fortunately for me, my ult is a rush ult, and I'll just bounce off Cell Max because he's a giant character. It's going to be a little more difficult. So you can try to spam Ki Blast. Not normal, as you can see, they're blocking most of it. So we're going to have to be smart, try to launch them. Super armor is not helping. So look at our skill gauges here. We can see what we can do. Wild Sense and Solar Flare. So Solar Flare would be really good. And blind him. Try to get a Kamehameha off. Man, he's banking me right now. Try to send him flying. There we go. Now we can try to hit him with a super. Again, he blocks it. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and Wild Sense. There we go. Send him flying again. Again, he's blocking it. There we go, Wild Sense. Did not mean to do that. I think we're gonna go into Sparking and just try to pound him down. This is where increasing your attack damage is gonna help a lot. If you get into a situation like this with a giant. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and try to go into Sparking mode here. If you'll let us. Go ahead, Wild Sense, get into Sparking. Alright, we're doing some good damage now. Got our buff for being a Saiyan. Oh, okay. Alright, Wild Sense. Alright, we gotta be real careful now. Alright, there we go. Almost dead. Alright. I think we could just spam him with Ki Blast now. Maybe not. Oh, there we go. Okay.
I ain't losing to an evil jerk like you.
Alright, we should get a lot of XP for that. And again, that is one of the dangers of going to the question marks. You never know where you're going to get. Could pay off greatly. In this case, it almost cost us. So go ahead, add a little more attack. Add some HP again. There we go. We got to level 10, and we can now equip one more battle art. Alright, we don't have anything great, so again, go ahead and re-roll. Should have one more left of those. Ooh, okay. Nothing too great here. So in this situation, we have Cell, perfect form, and then we have this android over here. So he's level 3, we got SP level 9, but just for the fact that the AI is going to be higher on this high DP character, we're going to go ahead, gonna use some of our stamina. We're going to go here, make it easier on ourselves. We'll have a little decreased stamina, but it should be a little easier with the AI, so we'll take that. And this guy's spamming. I will send him away, charge up her key, and try to get into Sparking again.
Target eliminated.
A lot of times when you try to charge up to Sparking, they're gonna immediately go behind you, so just try to knock them far away and get them down for a little bit. All right, right here should be good, and we can boost. There we go. Now we're gonna be doing massive amounts of damage.
No mercy for you.
If I can dodge this, okay, there we go.
Too slow.
It was almost very bad.
How's this? Unbelievable.
There we go. Hopefully we can hit this ult. And there we go. Battle finished. And massive amounts of damage from going into the little overdrive mode there. Here's what it's actually called. Basically, you just have a lot of increased stats. So go ahead, put in health again, and continue on. All right, right here, we don't have anything too great to go to, but I do want to go to this question mark. So what we're going to do is use one of our Senzu beans, since I got an extra one. That way we'll have another one for the final battle. Actually, when you use a Senzu bean, another good tip, if you want to go somewhere far, once you use your Senzu bean, wherever you're going to go, it's not going to take any stamina whatsoever. So make sure you take advantage of that. If you find something far away and you have spares, I would use it then. All right, looks like we got another random battle here. Hopefully it'll give us decent XP. All right, got behind him, and we're not behind him anymore. There we go, just sideswipe him. Behind him again. Try and send him away. Charge up her key. Hit this, and he just flicks it back. That's right. He's already almost dead. Probably just finish him off with some Ki Blast now. Hit him with his own move. And there we go. Easy as that.
Looks like I'm just stronger than you.
And we got some bonus XP.
This is fun.
Again, we'll go ahead. I think that will put some in defense. Round it out a little bit. Fortunately here, we're going to have to fight the strongest boss. I'm not sure what happened. Normally you'd have a choice of 3. But in this case, we just have the hardest one. All right, we got Tien. All right, so for this battle, we're definitely going to try to get into limit breaker mode here. Save up 2 skill blast. Let's kind of try to keep him at bay. Okay, he's just going to spam us, I guess. All right, with that. Not too hard to avoid. All right, we almost got 2. All right, this is a perfect opportunity. Charge up now. Oh, perfect. Dodge that. And we go ahead and boost. All right, there we go. That's what I wanted. Oh, you got to be kidding me. That's not good. All right, blocked it. Oh, I might got him. And all right, so this is why you got to be careful. You do have decreased stats if you don't get off, if you don't finish him during the breaker mode. Let's see if we can get back into it. Send him away. And we'll go back into boost mode. That's that's what's actually called. Probably called it like 5 different things by now. Alright. If I can get my ult off, we should be able to finish him here. Alright, this is our chance. And he hit me. Alright, we're just gonna send it. And there we go. That should finish him off. And a lot of XP for that. Again, we'll just throw it all in the health. I mean, the more health you have, the easier it's going to be for you overall.
Man, I didn't know there were still strong fighters around. I gotta shape up. Can't be cutting any corners during training.
Alright, then at the end, you can choose a redraw one of your battle arts. It's right here. Ultimate Blast Attack, level 5. Skill Gauge Recovery Boost, level 2. Charge Attack Boost, level 3. Just going to go ahead and keep that. I like the Ultimate Blast Boost. So keep that for now. And of course, I accidentally re-rolled it. That's alright. One last tip before I end the video. If you need Zenny to equip some of the items before you start the mode, go ahead and do this mission in Goku story mode. It'll give you 300,000 Zenny for each time you do it. Do it on easy. It doesn't change the amount of money you give. And it'll just be easy money. Alright, and that's all the tips I got for you guys today. If I missed anything, let me know down in the comments. If you guys got any other tips you can add. And if you found anything useful, like the video. And I appreciate you guys.